The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Hurts throwing right away. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. Let's see if they can get to it. Going again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit Well, this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. You look at this Browns defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They'll try the left side. Jarrett. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Out of the gun to give to Spears. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for him. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Eagles at 2-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think that...
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
63, 63, 63.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Let's go now.
$10-0 the score after one on EA. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Hustle, hustle. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, touchdown number 15 of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Eagles nothing. York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers to get.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Ready, set.
And the Browns first down.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Go.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
At the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A gain of 5.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay, right.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
On the coverage defensively.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Take it at the 37. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
the double. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. York now for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be returned for deep. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They get this out left. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
On the ready. 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Trap 60.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Tiger Swamp, Tiger Swamp.
On 1st down, Hurts. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have got it on cruise control. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Jarrett. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Play action. Here's Hurts. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and goal from the 1. Completes this to Addison out left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
17 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Charles, a lot of